Hello, my friends, and today this battle I went back to Smogon, and I believe it was against someone called eeveefan77, I guess. Anyway, I'm just going to throw a disclaimer out there, because, I got really annoyed this battle, and I'm going to set the scene for you, and you might understand why when you start watching it. So, I find this guy, and I'm using my UU team, and I like my UU team. It's pretty funky in my eyes. So I'm about this guy, and the first thing he leads off with is a level 1 smogon. And I'm thinking, okay, I lead off with Nidoqueen, I'm just going to taunt. So I do. And then he switches, after trying to set up a trick room, and I set up a layer of toxic spikes as an Azumarill comes in. And then the match DCs. I was playing this at 2:15 in the morning. I was a little bit pissed off with something. I'm usually very tired late at night, as I'm sure anyone in the world can sympathise with. So instead of going to bed, I tried to kind of bore myself a bit and try and have a bit of fun at the process. And so, yeah, this guy leads off with Smeagol, fails, goes to Azumarill, and then DCs as I was about to get out my second layer. And, I set up my cam because he said, "Oh, rats, why does this always happen to me?" And I was like, okay, this is going to be a DC heavy video. But, I don't know, I kind of wanted to record it, so I set up my webcam, and this is what happens. Epic segue! Alright, yeah, that was a pretty epic segue. Ha ha ha. Alright, so this is the second time, so as you can see, it looks like he has a baton pass team with the fucking giraffe rig. So, last time, he led off with the Smeagol. I'm just assuming, it seems like, you know, Smeagol trick rooms, what Smeagols do, 9 times out of 10, they baton pass. And also, my camera's being a dick, I'm sorry, that angle looks very strange. It was late at night, fucks are not given. And there's a bit of my flabby man tits. Yeah, I probably should have put a warning at the start of the video, but that's how little of a fuck I give. Woo. Right, so, I'm gonna lead off with Nidoqueen, and, yeah. So he leads off with a Azumarill, and I was like, the fuck is this? You're meant to lead off with your starter. And I was like, why do you lead off with an Azumarill? I was like, oh, because I knew Nidoqueen was coming out. I'm like, you don't know what sportsmanship is, do you? So he Aqua Jets, crits, and kills me. Things aren't going well. So at this point, I was really fucking cross. So I go into Empoleon, because he's locked into Aqua Jet, and I thought, hey, this sounds like a plan to me. And I'm going to get up some Stealth Rocks, since now I don't have Toxic Spike, and I'm assuming he has many potential sashes, because it looks like a baton pass team. I want my Stealth Rocks hugely. So he's going to switch into a Porygon 2, and I'm like, okay, I saw a download, fuck is not given. Yeah, so that's me, yeah. I thought that he DC'd to change leads, because it's Smogon. You know, that's what it seemed like to me, but he was adamant, like, no, I did not. And it's just like, well, why change leads then? Like, oh, I knew, you know, you were going to lead out with Nidoqueen. Like, that's kind of not how it works. God's it, if I was having a duel with someone, and it's meant to be a fair thing, I don't pull out a pistol because I know he's going to. That's all pretty bloody obvious. If it was like that, then it's kind of a fair play thing, alright? From a logical standpoint, I understand what he was going on about. But from a fair play, from a gaming standpoint, that's a pretty massively dick move. So I was pissed. So I go into Umbreon, and I set up a Wish, as he switches out from his Porygon 2 and goes into a Azumarill. And I go for a Charm, predicting that. And I'm like, yeah, go Charm Umbreon. I like Charm Umbreon. I'm still not sure the Mental Herb is the best thing for it, but when it's got 4 non-attacking moves, I might have to lump that. I don't know. Yeah, he's going to switch out because I charmed him. He's going to go into his Smeagol as Stealth Rocks breaks that. And I'm going to baton pass out because I knew he'd switch, and that's kind of how my Umbreon works. And I do like that. So I'm going to go into Flygon, because I'm way quicker, and I will U-turn, and I will kill you, you stupid beret-wearing tit. God. Just call him French something, because that's what he may as well be. It's just a French stereotype kind of What? I don't even know what it is. I don't know. Fuck it. So I go to Empoleon, because I'm scarfed, and, you know, he goes into a Azumarill. I'm thinking, hey, Empoleon, grass knot, this'll go well. I grass knot. And despite the fact that Azumarill looks like a fat piece of shit, it isn't fat at all, apparently. So it takes that like nobody's business and kills me. Like, for fuck's sake, Empoleon, I fucking hate you. You're terrible at everything. Just piss off. So, now I'm slightly annoyed again. So I'm gonna go into Zapdos. Because I can, and I can roar, and I can do things. And, you know, he isn't going to sit there -1. So he goes into Sharpedo as I roar, and I'm like, hey, you do know it's electric, right? And then it DCs. Oh, wait, it didn't DC. He didn't realise that his DS was running low on power. At this point, I really didn't trust the guy anymore. I was incredibly pissed. Yeah, that's the face of a man who's pissed. Just trying to show some restraint. Because it's fucking 1:30 in the morning by this point. So I'm going to go in and he's like, well, do you want to change teams to make it a bit fairer? It's like, I have nothing else for you. You're like, do you want to change tiers then? And he's like, I'm like, okay, OU. Because that's my go-to gig when I try and pick something else. So I thought I had already gone into the thing, but I just back out. A bit more flabby man tits there. You're going to be seeing that a lot this video. I could have cut it, but oh, you're going to get exposed to it at one point in your lifetimes. Oh well. I kid. I'm sure a lot of you are very healthy people who aren't as flabby and fat as I am. Still, one of these days. Anyway, I'm looking for a team, and I think, you know what, I really want to bring the beat down, because I'm very cross at the moment. So I thought my really whorish rain team would be fantastic. So, that's what I get, and now I'm going to go back in, and I'm going to challenge this guy. And in my mind, I'm like, okay, you've dicked me around for a good half an hour, my friend. Because, oh, your Wi-Fi disconnected. Oh, you couldn't say that before, could you? You couldn't say that your Wi-Fi was having a bit of a blippy moment. No, it just disconnected, then you change lead. And then when you randomly got into Giraffe Rig, and then, oh, no, oh, I forgot my power was running low. You know, even if he's not lying, I don't know if he was or not. He doesn't exactly make it sound convincing, does he? Oh, I forgot my DS was running low on power. There's a big fucking red light on it, buddy. Just take a look at that. It's not hard. Anyway, we're going to start this again. And before this is done, you're going to get another dose of flabby man tits, I'll tell you that. And then he has a rain team. And I'm like, huh. Rain, okay. So he brings something really whorish, and he's got a Keldeo in there, and I immediately know what that's going to be. He's going to be fucking special, and yeah. Yeah, I do cover up the titties a bit this time, so for all of you who are very squeamish, I really should have put a warning at the front, just like me puking in a bowl. That would have been good. Maybe next time. Anyway, I lead off with Politoed, because why the fuck not? It's going to beat out his Politoed. He leads off with Jolteon. I go Toxic because I presume that he'd Volt Switch, and I knew it wouldn't kill me, and I kind of wanted to gauge what Jolteon this is, so that I can kind of figure that out and maybe take care of it later on. So he goes Volt Switch. It does about 2/3 of my HP. I'm like, right, that thing is so blatantly fucking specs. There's no way. So he's going to go into a Toxicroak, and he dodges my Toxic. That was quite a smooth play, although I'm assuming he was predicting Scald. And then he's going to go for a Nasty Plot as I go Rest. And I'm like, huh. That's not good. I have to. He's got balls for running Nasty Plot Toxicroak, because no one else seems to. I don't know why. Does it get SD? I don't know, but although, well, I think its physical move was probably better anyway. There's a lot of advantages and disadvantages, but yeah, whatever. So now I need to leave, and unfortunately, I figured my best thing to sack would be Mienshao, because I know Dragonite is going to win this. I have multi-scale, I have EQ, and I have extreme speed. So that was my game plan. Mienshao was dead weight. I'm not a big fan of it. you know, ever since it fucked around with that Gliscor, even though I actually prefer the fact that it didn't kill the Gliscor, it still didn't exactly fill me with confidence. So I sack my N-Shell, I go into Dragonite, I'm going to EQ, and he actually goes Sludge Wave, and it does get pretty fucking close to killing me, but thank you, Natural Bulk and Multi-Scale, that's that bastard. So I go EQ and I one-shot the Toxicroak, and I'm like, thank God. If Dragonite had died there, I'd literally just be swept, you know, straight from the off, so well done Dragonite. And then he brings in Jolteon, I'm like, okay. You think I'm banded, I'm not, I'm gonna normal gem extreme speed you and nearly kill you. And that was fucking huge. Because that, apparently, I wasn't sure if it was, but that is literally in Stealth Rock kill range. That is amazing for me, you have no idea. That was kind of preying on my mind a lot throughout the battle. It's like, is Stealth Rock gonna, you know, kill it or not? But he goes into a Politoed of his own, I'm thinking, hey, Pharaoh, Stealth Rocks, let's go. He doesn't have a spinner, he has a Volcarona. Fuck yes, I'll do that. So, he's gonna School, he gets a crit, and he literally spends the next 5 turns trying to burn me, and I don't know why, he just wasted his Politoed. I stick around, I do, like, Leech Seed, Knock Off, and then I just Power Whip and kill him. I go Leech Seed mainly because I wanted to get some health back. Knock Off, I don't know, I kind of figured throughout this entire thing he'd eventually just give up and switch. That's kind of why I was cocking around so much. But he didn't, I don't care. I actually made quite a lot of HP back and I didn't get burned. Like, he got a crit, but he didn't get a burn with like 4 or 5 tries, and I was like, Jesus, wept. That's amazing! That never happens to anyone. That's a world first right there. So, yeah, he's going to School me again. I suppose you could say this is hacks, but to be honest, I won't, because the odds of him getting it are low. Not high, low. And he got a crit anyway, so as far as I'm concerned, it's not hacks in the slightest. Yeah, the odds of him getting it are better than a lot of other things, but meh, that shouldn't be an excuse for him to get it. So he's going to go into Volcarona, and I have the same problem. Every time I see a Volcarona in rain, I immediately assume it's going to be Hurricane. Because it probably will be, you know? And yet this guy and every other person I've seen use it just friggin' runs Fire Blast. It's like, it's in the rain. Just run Hurricane or Hurricane or whatever. Hurricane, and Bug Buzz, you'll be fine. Alright? But it does actually come in handy as he Fire Blasts me here and kills me. So, a bit of a pain in the nuts, but I was kind of prepared. I figured Gyarados is bulky enough that I should be perfectly fine. I should be okay. So I figured, okay, let's go into Gyarados. My main game plan was to DD up. That was actually a pretty poor game plan, because I don't know how offensive, defensive, what offensive this thing is. So it probably would have outsped me even after 1DD if it was offensive. Because, from my memory, if it serves me well, Volcarona maxes out at Modest at 299 speed? 298? Either way, he Hurricanes me, confuses me, and I hit myself. I'm like, are you fucking serious? Oh my god. So dumb. So I need to do something, and I go into Politoed, because it's my only special wall. It's all I've got. If I don't do it with this, that's it. I'm done. So I go into Politoed. What I need right now is a Sleep Talk Scald. That's it. If I don't pull that off, then it's done, quite frankly. Leech Seed helps me. It puts me up just a bit, and it's actually pretty good that I got it on there with Pharaoh. So, yeah, he's going to Quiver Dance again. God knows why. I'd keep going, but that's me. And then I Sleep Talk, I Scald, and I actually kill him. So I was thinking, okay, he was offensive. He would have outsped my Gira, so I don't know. I guess you could call it luck, but I don't know. You know, I was still really annoyed at this point. Again, very late. You all know I have very little patience. So he brings in a Keldeo. And I'm thinking, okay, this thing is going to hit like a train. So I'm like, alright, I need a Toxic. And I Sleep Talk, and I actually get a Toxic. And I was like, wow, that's insane. So I'm actually getting quite a lot of luck. But again, it doesn't look like I can really win, you know? he's got a Pharaoh. That Jolteon is still there, and I didn't know that it wouldn't die. But he's secret swords, and look at that! Jesus Christ! That's on a max HP, max special defense Politoed. But I do Scald, and I get a crit. So I'm thinking, okay, the Politoed's done. Gira's gonna die from any move this thing wants to go for. Magnezone's gonna die. I'm done for. So he secret swords me, and down goes Politoed. And I'm thinking, alright, I'll send in Gira. It's literally my only shot. It's just all I've got. So I send in Gira, and he's going to intimidate the Keldeo, and then he's going to stop. He's going to look at me, and he's going to look at that Hax Goddess, and he says, right, listen up, you stroppy cunt. I'm going to fucking win this, and there isn't a bloody thing you can do about it. So Gira's like, right, you want to Hydro Pump me, do you? You want to Hydro Pump me? Fuck off, you're missing. Gyarados sets up +1, kills the Keldeo. And I'm like, fuck yes, come on, Gira! But this isn't over yet. It's still that Pharaoh, and again, there's still the Jolteon. Although I think at +1, I think I would outspeed it. I have 272 speed, I guess. So I think at +1 I'll be okay. But I kill the Keldeo, I'm like, yes. And he's like, crap, that's so ballsy. But he still thinks, oh yeah, I've got the Jolteon, it's okay. He brings in the Jolteon, and it dies to Stealth Rocks. I'm like, oh, that's sick as hell. So then he brings in the Pharaoh. And Gyarados just proceeds to make Pharaoh his bitch. Alright? So I go Taunt to stop him from setting up any Leech Seed crap. And I'm going to start waterfalling the Pharaoh. Well, I DD up once. I want to see what he does. He goes Gyro Ball. It does quite a bit. But my main game plan is, like, I've got a Zone, I have Sob, I have Hidden Power Fire. I'm not afraid. So I waterfall thing, and I get a flinch. I'm thinking, okay, that's pretty cool. And his Taunt's going to wear off. So he's going to protect. It's like, okay, fine. What prolong the inevitable. I'm just trying to get damage on you. So I waterfall again, and I get a flinch. And again, I'm talking to him, he's like, I am confident I can win this. I'm like, fine, whatever, you keep saying that. So, I'm gonna waterfall again. I'm gonna get a flinch. So he's nearly dead, and he's like, well, I'm sure I can win this. He's gonna protect. He's gonna protect himself. I don't know why. I still have Hidden Power 5 Magnezone. So I'm gonna waterfall again. And I'm gonna get a flinch. Yes, Gyarados got a quad flinch on this Pharaoh Fawn. I love this Gyarados so much. And he just runs, and I'm like, good fucking game. Gyarados, you are just... oh, man. Words could not describe how amazing Gyarados is. So that is good game, eeveefan. I'm gonna say it now. I think that in my slightly more awakened state that he probably wasn't lying. It was probably just a series of bad mistakes on his part. But the Azumarill thing was a pretty dick move. Ultimately, it's a game, and you should, be fair. He led off with Smeagol. That's his own damn fool. He shouldn't, he shouldn't use a DC as an excuse to switch it. I don't know whether I would live the Aqua Jet either, but it just pisses me off, okay? But I'm sure he was a perfectly nice person, and yeah, but that was so fucking good. Gyarados just took all of my anger and bottled it up and hacks the shit out of him. Fucking Hydro Pump miss, quad flinch. That is how we do that, and that is this battle, ladies and gentlemen. I believe there's 19, so there's number 20 today. Hey, and I'll go get that, and I'll be back in a second, unless I'm wrong. Once again, don't listen to the endings. Alright, I'll see you in a sec. Peace.